Class is back in session, and for the first time in years, COVID is taking a backseat.
We now have 2 years of experience to know that children are safe in classrooms.
Right now, a glimpse at the post-pandemic learning experience, new efforts meant to combat violence in our schools, and the financial hardships being felt by parents and teachers alike.
I have spent a tremendous amount of money over the year.
From the principal's office.
Hey everyone, I am Nicole Mangieri-Nover, and I am the principal of Roosevelt School in Ossining, New York.
To the classrooms, we have the big investments being made in a bright and successful school year. We may not be these kids stuffing our backpacks or grabbing our lunch boxes, but we are so happy to be with you for this News 12 Back to School special. Hi everyone, I'm Tara Joyce.
And I'm Lisa Salvatorini. It is, of course, a month full of emotions, and today we are tackling the fun, the fears, and the future of education.
These past 2 school years were derailed by the pandemic, but now students, teachers, staff members are all gearing up for the most normal school year we've seen in a while. This is the first school year in the endemic phase. So what can you expect? What are the rules this time around? Governor Kathy Hochul has updated school guidance to align with the CDC's. Students will no longer have to quarantine if they're exposed to COVID-19. They will have to quarantine for 5 days if they test positive and do not have symptoms.
We're going to be vigilant. We're going to remain prepared. And of course, the best way to do it, sound like a broken record, but that's okay. The music hasn't changed. Get a vaccination.
And just when COVID seemed a bit more manageable, other viruses are taking hold here in the Hudson Valley. Parents now concerned about the spread of polio and monkeypox. So we talked to the experts for you. An infectious disease doctor says if your children are vaccinated for polio, you can relax.
For children who are immunocompromised or who can't get vaccinated for other reasons, they should take extra measures. Just paying extra caution to who your kids are playing with, what sort of environment you have them in.
She says you should also take these steps if your children have not finished their polio vaccine series.
A different kind of plague is also affecting schools nationwide. Gun violence weighing heavy in the wake of mass shootings like the one in Uvalde, Texas. As kids fill classrooms here in the Hudson Valley, school leaders working to make sure they're safe there.
See your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands.
News 12 was invited along to an active shooter drill as Clarkstown and Orangetown officers trained side by side at Nyack High School.
The town of Clarkstown and the town of Orangetown, the town boards fully support the police departments in getting this training done. There is nothing more important than safeguarding the lives of our children.
Town actually began this training after Columbine in 1999, but there have been some protocol changes since then. There is now no more waiting for backup. First officer on the scene is expected to go in. Clarkstown PD has 9 members who serve as school resource officers at schools in Clarkstown, Nanuet, Nyack, and Boces, and North Rockland hired a security team to patrol outside each school.
And the hardships do not stop there. Social and physical conflicts continue to creep into area schools. Scenes like this playing out over and over again in Hudson Valley hallways. Students repeatedly seen on cell phone video attacking each other from bathrooms to the bus. In Mount Vernon, the violence proved deadly for a 16-year-old high school cheerleading captain, Kayla Green, who was sadly killed during an off-campus stabbing after a school athletic parade. Waveline Bennett Conroy stepping into a new role as superintendent of Mount Vernon City Schools after the previous one resigned following that deadly stabbing. The question now, how is Mount Vernon really going to tackle these issues?
Whenever something happens, you always have to go reevaluate, your protocols and your policies that you have in place.
Vernon schools are now adding social and emotional support programs to the school day this year. They're adding more social workers and counselors to help address challenges before they boil over, and they are expected to add school resource officers in those facilities.
Just as important as the physical, this year there's going to be a sharp focus on the mental health of students. News 12's Samantha Crawford explains.
Kids are experiencing what no other generation has before: depression from cyberbullying, isolation after COVID pulled them out of the classroom, and fear of getting killed in school after seeing 19 students and 2 teachers killed in Uvalde, Texas. We're told students in Poughkeepsie, for example, are afraid. 2 children threatened the city this year, and in recent weeks, there's been a series of shootings in Poughkeepsie.
They were coming to us, sharing with us that, they're not doing so well.
Dr. Eric Rosser, the superintendent of Poughkeepsie schools, created a panel where students in 6th through 12th grades sought help.
They were wanting more opportunities to be able to have conversations with trusted adults that could then help them navigate through what they were dealing with.
So his team applied for and were awarded a $2.3 million state grant to expand mental health services for students and their families. They plan to create social emotional resource centers at the middle and high school,
where we will be working with a number of community-based partners, mental health providers, to make sure that not only are our children receiving the supports that they need during the school day, but just as importantly, they're receiving supports beyond the school day.
We live in a very sad reality and state of affairs right now.
Chris Ruby, the president of the Ruby Media Group, says schools, police, and parents need to also confront cyberbullying head-on.
Children are using social media as a means to demean, embarrass, and cause psychological harm. We've seen this result in suicide. And these are young kids.
Ruby says the key is trust and support.
I can imagine a lot of people would be afraid and embarrassed and ashamed because of the things that are written about them. So there has to be a level of psychological safety that exists, and so that the person can feel safe enough that there's going to be support if they say that.
Rye School Superintendent Dr. Eric Byrne, who also serves as the president of the council representing all public school districts in Westchester, Putnam, Dutchess, and Rockland counties, says schools are tweaking their plans to address safety and mental health support from all angles.
One thing that's really important for us to know as schools is that every child needs to have an adult and other students that they feel connected to that makes them feel safe when they're at school.
What do you think is going to be the most difficult part of your job this year?
Reassuring parents in terms of safety and security and well-being is always a challenge. And with what happened in Uvalde at the end of the year, I think lots of superintendents will be having lots of community conversations and discussions with families.
For News 12, I'm Samantha Crawford.
And one more stress many parents have on an already packed plate is worry whether or not their children will have enough to eat. For the past 2 years, every student has been eligible for free school meals regardless of how much their parents made. The program renewed several times, but Congress has opted not to extend it again. Now, kids will once again only qualify for either free, reduced, or fully paid meals after their parents fill out an application. Coupled with inflation, this is likely to force more people to rely on community programs like Rockland County's largest food pantry, People to People.
They've been getting by, hanging on by their fingernails, but when programs that they count on are cut, they have to count on us.
And we have links to several resources on our website, news12.com, to help you find ways to help your children get access to affordable school meals.
School supplies, we know, also add up very quickly these days, so News 12 wanted to help.
Yeah, we partnered with Stop and Shop to host a backpack giveaway in the city of Yonkers. News 12's Nikita Ramos has a recap of all the fun.
Fresh school bags, supplies, swag, and mindset.
I'm most excited for coming here.
Set up to step into the new school year on the right foot.
To get the school supplies for my school because I have a big school now.
First day of class is almost here, and that's why News 12 is helping with this backpack giveaway at the Nepperhan Community Center in Yonkers. Stepping to some good tunes, games, prizes, and more. But most importantly, brand new back-to-school necessities are now in the hands of lines of local families.
Just want to meet the people from Channel 12. We always watch Channel 12 News. It's our favorite channel. And get a book bag for her.
Even some other celebrity appearances graced their city.
We love you. We support you.
Like Styles P and Jadakiss.
We just want to make all the people feel good, so it's our job to give back to our community.
Community leaders say events like this are vital for local children to start the school year the right way.
We know that education is important. We know that education is the best way to help people get out of poverty. And so to be able to assist in some small but very, very important way is a huge deal. And I'm so grateful to have News 12.
Nikita Ramos, News 12.
And our News 12 family absolutely loved meeting all of your families at this event. We remember what it was like to be those young classroom-bound kids you saw at the top of the show. And we got also such a kick out of seeing our colleagues and friends in their glory days.
Yeah, so to check out the pictures of your favorite News 12 anchors, reporters, and meteorologists, head on over to our website, news12.com, where you can find these pictures and so much more. You're watching our Back to School special. We'll see you just after this break. Welcome back. A world-renowned Putnam County school is now celebrating 75 years of success.
Been around for a long time. Green Chimneys serves about 250 K through 12th grade students across 2 campuses. It pairs a therapeutic education with farm and wildlife programs to serve some of the most vulnerable kids who haven't been successful in perhaps a more traditional school setting.
Bringing that into the classroom, not only as an example, the science of nature and animals, but also as a social emotional support is huge.
Families do not have to pay to attend Green Chimneys. It is a nonprofit and it's open to everyone on the weekends, so you can enjoy some animal interaction.
A new charter school is open now in Westchester County. The founder and CEO of Intellectus Preparatory Charter School saw a need in this city. This year, the school has incoming 6th and 7th graders with plans to expand through 12th grade. The charter school is unique because there will be a very strong focus on mental health and wellness for the students.
I believe that we have a responsibility and a duty to not only make sure that we are educating our students, but preparing them socially and emotionally.
She says the school will also focus on hands-on learning and financial literacy.
Well, parents, not the only ones dealing with financial struggles. It is no secret many teachers stock and decorate their classrooms with their own money. With inflation hitting hard this summer, one Hudson Valley teacher found a creative solution. Deneen Sable is a special ed teacher over at Padilla School 15 in Yonkers, and she had a wish: supply her kids with what they need. So, Deneen, a wish list it was. Tell me about it.
Sure. Back in July, I had never done this before. I decided to create an Amazon wish list with a lot of materials and supplies that I knew my students would need, as well as myself, to make them have a successful school year. I started sharing my list across all social media platforms. I got a little creative, made some videos, started tagging away to celebrities and companies, anybody and anyone I can think of. And I was overwhelmed with the amount of support that I received.
And you're certainly not the only teacher doing this. You say that you tacked on your wish list to a growing need of other teachers. Tell me about how many are in a similar position like you.
Sure. So I had saw this teacher from another state kind of saying she didn't know where to share her wish list, how to get it out there. So she kind of spearheaded it and created a document where we can all share our wish lists. I was number 322, and it seems like overnight there were over 17,000 teachers sharing their wish lists.
Wow. Tell me, what do your kids need? What would you like to see in your classroom? What are you still trying to gather ahead of the school year?
Sure. I teach 1st and 2nd grade special education. A lot of my students have sensory issues, and one of my goals was to create a calm corner, like a sensory center where they can go when they were seeking the sensory input. And I was so happy to get a lot of materials to build that center in my class.
And we know that that will be used time and time again in a safe space for them to be and feel comfortable. And Deneen, how much have you spent in the past? If this is your first time doing the wish list, I imagine that you've been digging into your pockets for years in order to get these supplies.
Yes, I'm starting my 27th year, so I have spent a tremendous amount of money.
And if you had one final message to those who have supported you, or those who would like to support you, who want to take one item, two item, I'm assuming that even that one item can make such a big difference.
I just, I'm so grateful for anything, the littlest things. It's going to help, teaching the past few years has been a challenge for both educators and students. I'm ready to hit the ground running this school year, and any little bit helps, and I'm so appreciative for the support that I received.
Deneen, we hate that you even had to put together a wish list, that's where it's gotten to. We know that teachers shell out so much money, but what we do love to see is the community support you've gotten as a result. We thank you for sharing your story. We wish you the best back to school ever, and please keep us posted on the progress you're able to make and how many items you're able to check off.
Thank you so much.
Now remember, students have only been back for a few days, but many teachers, like Deneen, have been in their classrooms for weeks. Yeah, also digging into their wallets and their minds to create clever and conducive learning environments. And I couldn't let those efforts go unnoticed, so here's a look at some of the cool spaces students are stepping into. Come inside and learn a while. These classrooms are calling. A labor of love by the teachers who lead them. They are designed with your child in mind. Take a look, find a book, and bring it to these reading nooks. Whether it's rainbows and sunshine or comfy and cozy, just be happy or hoppy as you dive into your favorite story. And if jumping is more of your thing, you can do that too. The sky is the limit at Roosevelt in Ossining. Skip the arenas. It is a private showing in Connie Marie Rayo's classroom. Kindergartners, first and second graders at Hawthorne Elementary will be packing this custom concert center to make sweet music and magic. No desks? No problem. Young minds can find their zen in one Croton Harmon High English classroom. Students are sure to exhale doubt and inhale knowledge in this serene setting. Bright and bold works just fine too. After all, that's what educators want their students to be. And they are rewarded that way at Padilla School 15 in Yonkers, where hard work earns you a stop at this sticker shop. Hope there are enough gold stars to go around. These teachers deserve that and so much more.
You know, it was always so exciting to see how the teachers were going to set up their classrooms and find out where you were going to be sitting.
Had to have the good seat, always. I remember one time a teacher made milk carton mailboxes, thought it was the coolest thing. Loved checking mine, seeing what people had dropped off. Made the school year that much more fun.
I mean, those teachers so creative. It's pretty amazing. All right, still to come, a trip to the principal's office.
No, you are not in trouble. We just have a look at what school leaders are looking forward to. That's ahead. Over time, it has earned the reputation as the place you don't want to end up.
But school principals want you to know the door to their office is always open.
I'm BJ Masplis, and I'm the proud principal here at Walk Hill Senior High School. We're really excited for the new school year and all the great programs that we have to offer our students. The Panthers want to wish you all the best of luck. Have a great new school year. Go Panthers.
This year will be filled with centennial celebrations following our theme, Feel the Magic, Siente la Magia. We are so excited to welcome our students back to begin these special celebrations that capture our culture of care, relevant learning, and multiple literacies here in the Ossining Union Free School District.
This year we are really looking forward to all the students that have signed up for and excited to be part of our new STEAM program. Our principles of engineering classes, our computer science classes are bursting at the seams, and really excited to see the work the kids will produce.
Hi, I'm Michael Kunzio, the principal here at Columbus Elementary School in the Mount Pleasant Central School District. Probably one of the things we're most excited about is working on social emotional learning with our students, and as part of that, we are having a full-time therapy dog. So we're really looking forward to that, along with all the other great academic work we're going to do this year.
Hi, this is Annie Stern, principal of the Hawthorne Elementary School in the Mount Pleasant Central School District. And we are so excited this year because we've expanded access for our students in the areas of visual arts, performing arts, library media, and STEM. It's going to be a great year.
So many exciting initiatives and new endeavors. We cannot wait to see them succeed. And the same goes for all of you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tara Joyce.
And I'm Lisa Salvatorini. Have a great year.